No, big bucks, no wins. Big bucks, no wins. The reset button. I went to physical therapy and they put me on the bicycle and I rode it for like 4 minutes. And I was so happy after I rode the bike for 4 minutes. I was like, 4 minutes, I'll burn like 50 calories. Like, yo, and it was compared to what I used to do or what I had been accustomed to doing with exercise, it was nothing. But I had surgery and that meant I had to hit the reset button. In life, sometimes we have to hit the reset button. So like I grew up with Nintendo. Nintendo had the power button, and right next to the power button, it had the reset button. And you would be playing like Duck Hunt, chapow, and then like with the game, and then it'll freeze. So you would have to hit the reset, and sometimes you have to pull the cartridge out. But that is a great metaphor for life. Like even when we are managing our time, managing our stress, managing our minds. Even when we're doing that, we still encounter circumstances that sometimes require us hitting the reset button. But that's where we apply things like resilience, and we bounce back, and we overcome. Everybody in the gym wanted to play full court basketball, but everybody was just doing their own thing, like shooting with 4 or 5 people on a different court. Somebody needed to be decisive. Do you want to play? Yes. Do you want to play? Yes. We want to play. Yes. So do we. Why are we all standing around not playing a game? Let's make a decision and be decisive and do something about this. I felt like a cattle rancher. Like I was like hurting, but we get everybody in, and then we say like, shoot, teams, let's go. When I go to the grocery store, I am not decisive at all. I stand in front of the produce and I look like a crazy guy because I'm trying to find the perfect green pepper. If you have the ability to make a decision, that is certainly a soft skill, because there are some people that get so anxious or so caught up in their own minds that they just can't decide on what to do. Decisiveness is not only a soft skill, it's a trait of leadership. I want you to shift your perspective. I want you to shift the way that you think about things. How could we shift our perspective when we're talking about something like weaknesses? I need to what at writing? Say it again. One more time.
Get better.
Yeah, there you go. Get better at it. So listen, a weakness, sure. A weakness may be a weakness, but a weakness is also an area for. So a weakness may be a weakness, but a weakness is also an area for improvement. And my mom would always be like over my shoulder. She'd be like, the burner's too high. Like you're not cooking with enough patience, you're not giving it time, like you're gonna burn things, and then like the smoke alarm is gonna go off. And I was just like, Mom, get off my back. Like, will you please? You're right on my shoulder, and this is driving me nuts. Just let me do my little, sandwich and let it be. My mom was also trying to help me learn and grow. I remember my dad, like I would cut the grass and I was always like, yo, I'll put the blade down to like 1. And my dad, he'd be like, listen, even if we have to cut the grass more frequently, the blade needs to be at 2. Because it hits certain spots in the yard and it's so low that then it doesn't just trim the grass, it actually the blade starts hitting the ground, and that's hard on the blade and that's hard on the grass, like that's hard on the yard. But that was something where I felt like, listen, you've given me the responsibility of cutting the grass, just let me cut the grass. But my dad was like, yes, I'm going to give you the responsibility to cut the grass, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to stop trying to help you understand how to do it the right way. Whether you think about it as karma, or whether you think about it as faith, whether it's like what goes around comes around, or you reap what you sow, regardless, it's essentially saying, do the right thing. I used to work with a classroom of students, and the message that we conveyed to them over and over and over again was, you get out what you put in. And I went through the course of the semester, I went back and forth with that, because I was like, there have been times in my life where I felt like I was making the investment and the return wasn't necessarily what I thought it should have been. So I tell these students, you get out what you put in. And then I came back for a couple weeks and I was like, I've been self-reflecting. I've been self-reflecting on this, and I don't necessarily know if I truly believe that? Do we get out what we put in? Because sometimes we may make an investment, and that investment might be a little bit like the stock market, like it could be volatile. Like I made an investment, I thought I deserved a certain kind of return, and it didn't come back to me. But I truly think after reflecting on that over and over again, the best chance we have at things working out in our favor, to our advantage, is to do them the right way. And if we do things the right way, yes, we put ourselves in a position to win. We give ourselves an opportunity to then get out what we put in.